Well, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Will Gen Z ever be able to buy property? Should I get a new build? Should I get a fixer-upper? What is my buying power? These are all questions an experienced realtor can answer. So here today from the Fresno Association of Realtors, Brian Domingos, 2023 president. So congratulations, you're in the spot now. You're in the hot seat. You get to give us our market update. So it's been a minute since you guys have been here. What's going on in the local real estate market? Where do things stand?
Well, it's very interesting because inventory is still extremely low. So we're just at a month's supply of inventory. So if no new houses came on the market tomorrow, it would only take a month to burn through the existing inventory that we have. So that's creating some real challenges for buyers because there's still more buyers than there are sellers.
So does that mean that it's a seller's market, or is it a buyer's market?
It is still a seller's market. There's been a little bit of softening with the rates going up, so that's created some opportunity because not as many buyers can afford to buy anymore. But overall, I would say it's still a seller's market. Things are still selling relatively quickly and for ask price.
And so what's happening on the state and national level that's really impacting the market?
Well, you know, the inflation has continued to be an issue, although it's much better than it was when it was almost double digits, and we're starting to see that much lower now, which is great. But the feds are still continuing to raise interest rates. So in the near term, we don't expect those to come down significantly. So, you know, we're kind of starting to adjust to the fact that the rates are what they are, and we're starting to see buyers come to grips with that and come back into the market.
So we hear people talking about this a lot. The difference between my interest rate in 2020 to just 3 years ago now, 3 years from then now, is crazy. What is the interest rate right now?
It was almost 7%.
And mine is 2%. So that really does something to your buying power. So should people wait till the interest rates go down?
Well, it's a great question. I mean, I think the benefit of buying now, if you can afford it, is that you'll have the ability at some point in the future to refinance. So if there's a house out there that you can afford and you're comfortable with the payment, and then I would say go forward and go ahead and buy. You'll have some opportunity to refinance. If you're not ready, if that interest rate really does take you out of the game in terms of affordability, then it's a great time to prepare. You know, save more money, get your credit in line, and be ready to jump when those rates start to come down, which we're hoping will be, you know, the end of the year, early next year.
Okay, because when the interest rate is a bit higher, even 1 or 2%, what does that do to your buying power?
It reduces it, you know, and sometimes it's funny because we talk about affordability, and Fresno, the Central Valley, is still very affordable when you look at this whole state, right? So median price in the state, $800,000 here. We're around just under $400,000 in the county. So it's still affordable, which is why I think you see some influx of outside people from the valley coming in. But every time, you know, the rate goes up a percentage, you're looking at other ways to reduce your carrying costs. So maybe you're going to buy your rate down. Maybe you'll try to get a credit from the seller to be able to buy that interest rate down so you keep your buying power where it needs to be.
Right. How often are you as a realtor, able to talk about those different ways of buying property, or those different ways of financing it? I know that you don't provide the money, but you are in the industry. Can you help buyers understand what options are available?
Well, absolutely, and I think it's really important to meet with a trusted local realtor. You know, real estate is local, and you want to meet with somebody that's going to guide you through that process, that has experience and understands the nuances of financing, what different programs are available. You know, the city of Fresno has a down payment assistance program. The state just implemented another $200 million in down payment assistance. So, you know, being able to understand what some of those programs are that you can utilize to be able to get yourself into a property.
And also, it's really important to understand geographically where houses are and what sorts of pockets they sit in, because if your buying power is a specific price, you might know of an area that fits really well with that, and where, you know, you shouldn't waste your time looking. So if people are looking for a trusted realtor from the Fresno Association of Realtors, how do they get in touch? How do they make sure they have somebody who is of the organization?
So that's a good point. So you want to make sure they're a realtor, which means that we subscribe to the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics, which sets us apart from just a real estate agent. FresnoRealtors.com is our website. We're a local trade organization that we make sure that realtors stay up to date and ethical in all their practices.
Okay, perfect. I love real estate. I love these talks. I like to see where things are at and what more property I can buy. So if you're out there, you're thinking about property, I think it's always a good investment, a good thing to have in your portfolio. So get in touch with the Fresno Association of Realtors. We'll have all of their information online. Brian, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we're calling all food and drink experts how this next opportunity can help you boost your food business. We have all the information after the break.